Hey! So today I'm going to be doing a first impression on the new foundation colors from Dinair's new line called Colair. So if you are interested, please keep watching. So with Dinair's Glamour shades, my foundation color is dark golden beige. Now the shade that you see here from the Colair line is 130, and that's what Dinair says is the closest match to dark golden beige in their Glamour line. Now as you can see, there is a significant difference between the two shades. One of them actually looks like to have a very heavy yellow undertone, and the color from the Colair line, at least my shade, has a very neutral undertone. Now, Dinair claims that these colors are more concentrated. Now, as you can see, I just dropped a drop of the Colair, and it is a very concentrated dot of color that you see on the tissue. Now I'm dropping a drop of the Glamour Dark Golden Beige, and as you can see, it's spread out quite a bit, proving that it is less concentrated. So I've already done my blush, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply Colair. Now, for this portion, I usually use about 8 drops of the regular Glamour foundation. Because Colair is more concentrated, I think I'm just going to try starting off with 6 drops and see if that covers my whole face. So I'm just going to apply my airbrush foundation the way that I normally do, which is just by starting about 6 inches away from my face and moving in small circular motions just until I get the coverage that I want. Now when I say that the Colair colors are more concentrated, I'm referring to the pigmentation in the colors. Dinair does claim that these colors are a lot more pigmented than the rest of the colors. And when I say other colors, I'm referring to the Glamour line and the Paramedical line and the Shimmer and colors that they showcased before Colair came out. So keep in mind when you're picking out your Colair color that the shades do correspond with the colors from the Glamour line, but they are not an exact match, okay? For example, my shade is dark golden beige, and the color from the Colair line says the best match is C130, which is the color I'm using. Now, Dinair has been so nice as to also put below the chart the numbers according to undertones. So your warm undertones are going to end in even numbers, your cool undertones are going to end in odd numbers, and your neutral undertones are going to end in either 0 or 5. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your color that the undertone may be a little bit off in comparison to your normal Glamour foundation color. So my skin has a very warm undertone. Now the color C130 is the closest to dark golden beige from the Colair line, and that is a neutral undertone. So there might be some variation as to, you know, what it's going to look like on my skin as opposed to the Glamour line, which is my normal dark golden beige. So because the 6 drops was able to successfully cover my face, I did notice that my face was a little darker than my neck and chest. Not darker as like it's not the right color for me, but darker like I had gotten a tan. That's what it seemed like to me and my spouse, who I had to ask, you know, well, what does it look like? And so I'm just going to go ahead and cover my neck and chest. Now here I added 3 more drops to cover my neck and chest, which is half the amount of drops I used to cover my full face. And then I found I had to add 2 more drops of the Colair to the area closest to my shirt line, and I just wanted to do that just to make sure that the color blends completely, because of course, you know, when you're applying makeup you don't want to have different shades splotched all over, you know, your face, neck, and chest. You want it to be all one uniform shade so that it looks completely natural. Usually the dark golden beige from the Glamour line is a pretty good match to my skin tone. So here you can see with the Colair shade that there is a difference between the undertones, and the Colair shade is a little bit darker as opposed to my natural skin color. So here's an image of my skin before I applied the Colair, and then here is an image of my skin after I applied the Colair. Obviously the coverage is spot on, the texture is very smooth and velvety. I actually really like the finish. The only real issue I had, which is a very minor issue I feel, was the undertone. Because it's neutral, I have a warm undertone. Neutral undertones work with warm and cool undertones, so it's not that big of a deal. It just made me look more tan, which means that I will have to cover my neck and chest the next time I use the Colair line. Overall, the Colair line seems very promising. Please stay tuned because I will be posting a full review on how I feel about the foundation shades out of the Colair line. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.